The views and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the host and guest and do not reflect the opinions or policies of the station, its owners, or its advertisers. All content should be considered editorial in nature. Listener discretion is advised. Well, everybody, good evening and welcome back to the Carolina Cabinet. I'm your host, Peter Pappas, in studio with Mrs. Laura Mussler.
Hello, hello.
Pastor Joshua Goodman.
Greetings, family.
Good to see you again, sir.
Ooh, good to be back.
And Mr. Joe Baylor, running for Cumberland County Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Boy, God bless you. So, let's just jump right in. So, Mr. Baylor, tell us a little bit about yourself, and let's get to how and why you're running for sheriff now.
Cumberland County resident. My dad retired here back in the early 80s. I actually went to school right up the street at Mary MacArthur, started my 6th grade year there.
Okay.
So it was my, welcome into Fayetteville.
Okay.
After that, we moved up to Hope Mills, went to Southview for a little while, and then finally went to Oak Hill Academy, where I graduated from college prep school.
Okay, and we talked about that before the show. So Oak Hill, it's not a military place.
It is not. It's just a college co-ed school. Yeah.
Okay.
They build basketball players there.
Somebody playing guitar with one of these things? Okay. So did you play sports?
I did not.
You did not.
I wasn't that good to make the team. They had some really good players up there.
Okay. So once you graduated, what, military service or?
Went up to Greenville after I tried retail, didn't like retail too much, East Carolina area, and then decided, hey, I need to go ahead and follow my dad's footsteps and go into the military.
Okay, so when did you join up?
Back in 92 time frame.
Okay.
What did you do in the military?
I was a military policeman.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
Go figure.
Got to do a lot of good things.
Okay, so we've had, fortunately, whatever. We've had other candidates that were military police before.
Sure.
So how does that translate into sheriff department?
Sure. Well, with me, it's quality of life.
Okay.
There's what I experienced as a dependent on military installations and wherever my dad went to, and then what I was able to give as military policeman when I started taking over, doing the patrol work.
Okay. Laura? Oh,
What?
I thought you were.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening to him.
I heard like you're getting ready to say something.
I'm trying to breathe.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
How long did you serve?
14 years. I was
Okay.
medically retired.
Okay. And then post-retirement?
Post-retirement, I started a little part-time over at San Jose Community College. I was actually training inmates to train service dogs. For the
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
That must have been a blast.
It was. It kind of feeds off my military training. So my last 6-8 years, I was a military police canine.
Okay.
So down in South America, I got to run the dogs through the jungle after the cartel.
Oh, wow.
So I can have you come over and help train my dog.
Yes, ma'am.
My dog
I
listens
met
to
her
me.
dog.
No, my dog listens to me, but doesn't listen to anybody else. And doesn't listen like I want.
Okay.
But okay, I'm going to call you on that one. Okay. So you were one of the people that tried to be appointed or applied to be appointed.
Yes, ma'am.
When Sheriff Wright
decided to. I'm just going to let him talk.
All right.
Okay. So, but Sheriff Wright retired early, and there was a vacancy, and you were one of like 8. Weren't there like 7 or 8 people?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So how many of them came back for the job when it was time to file?
You're looking at him.
So just you.
Oh,
and
wow,
the guy that
really?
the guy that was appointed.
Well, they appointed, but he's the appointed, so I would
Right.
expect that. But
So they wanted to get in under the wire without actually having to run.
Right.
Nah, that's not true.
No.
No, there's all kinds of issues on why other people didn't run. I'm just joking. I'm totally
Yeah,
joking.
It's a common practice.
Yes.
I mean, by Sheriff Wright and then Sheriff Butler before him, he was actually kind of,
correct.
I say anointed.
Well, didn't LaRue win them?
No, he didn't.
No.
He was
Okay.
a deputy at one time, but he
Yeah.
never actually
Okay.
was here.
Okay.
But there's a time where that's great, but you have to break the chain sometimes and bring in actual change. I hate to use that word change because a lot of people use it in a
It scares people
it
when you
does.
say that.
Yeah.
What do you want to change?
the mindset.
How are you going to do that?
So since I've been in this position I'm currently at, I'm the director of public safety at Fayetteville Tech. I was actually called out to the White House in 2016 for the 21st Century Policing Symposium. While I was there, I got to meet sheriffs, AGs, and police chiefs from around the United States, and we talked about how police are supposed to work, and they build it off 6 pillars. It's pretty simple. It's there. It's a template.
Mm-hmm.
If you use it the right way, then you're able to solve a lot of the issues that I see currently in this administration.
Okay. All right.
Can you
So
give
what-
any examples, or is that like we're not allowed to talk about it?
No, just the legitimacy of the police. I mean, who respects the police now?
Nobody.
You have to build that trust with the community.
Doesn't that start in the home?
It does start in the home, but it also starts with getting out of the office or having your leadership get out there into the community and say, hey, what can we do for you? Listen is the big thing.
So my son, just to give a little bit of background, was murdered in his home in Hope Mills. He had gotten busted for selling weed younger, went to jail for it for a bit, and he would express to me his hopelessness because he had a record. So I wanted to make a change, and I'm saying that these young kids that get busted or whatever like that, why not bring them aboard like the police and like show them the other side of here's what you could be doing, and start recruiting some of these kids that are quote unquote problem children or whatever. There's got to be a program that we can, because my son had a father, after he was 7 years old. But prior to that, in his young formative ages, he didn't have a dad. And that's part of the problem. My fault. All my fault.
I agree. There are mentorship programs out there. I've actually talked to one of the gentlemen over in Massey Hill area about bringing when I become sheriff, bringing the deputies over there to assign them kids to mentor.
That to me would be a fantastic idea. That's something that you can run on and be like, I want to be in the community mentoring the children that don't have dads.
The other side,
they all have dads, present dads.
Mental health, both for the officers and for who they're responding to, is a big priority of mine also. I got to go through crisis negotiation class with one of the biggest names in hostage and crisis negotiations.
Write a book?
Jack Cambria. Very good friend of mine. He's in my phone.
Really?
Learned a lot from him. Behind me 100% on what I'm doing now. But he was a great man that explained a lot of things to me. And I know that I can bring what he was talking about to the table. He's one of the people I was actually going to come in or bring in to consult with as far as fixing some of the issues that we have here.
Okay. So now your number one issue when you get into office, what's the first thing that you would do within the first 30, 60, 90 days?
I have to take care of the jail. I think the jail right now, it's in disarray. It's not safe for the inmates, and it's definitely not safe for the officers if it's not safe for the inmates. So get that up to standard, because if we're going to house somebody, it needs to be safe for both sides. And I think, I don't want to fill it by any means.
Right.
There are other places within the community that can help us with nonviolent crime, diversions, things like that. I'm all about that.
Is it a staffing issue or is it a process issue right now?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
The staffing issue, I believe there are 70 plus officers down.
In just the jail or the whole?
Just the jail area. I was told that there's 1 or 2 officers working a shift, having 6 or 7 pods that they're responsible for. That to me is...
What's coverage supposed to be?
There should be, I would assume, 2 per pod. I don't know their actual schedule that they have, but when you're down that low, you do what you can.
Okay.
But at the same time, I've built into my recruitment what I'm going to do to make that jail a better place to work, or a place that...
What's a pod? How many people are we talking?
They could have anywhere from 10 to 25, I believe, in a pod. Individual cells.
One deputy would have how many pods?
6, up to 6,
he said. 6 pods where they have to go through.
Holy crap.
And feed the inmates.
Sure.
Things like that.
Wow.
So 60 or 70
so they're just
people
like,
per
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And that alone is scary, having that one person there.
Yeah, heaven forbid something actually happen.
And that's just one thing that I've heard. I haven't seen it directly, but I've just heard the stories. But yes, it's very low in the jail. No one wants to work in the jail. It's not a friendly place. It's not a good place. But the way I'm going to design it is it's going to filter you from the jail into the sheriff's department, if that makes sense.
Okay. So kind of a, what is it? Earning their stripes.
Correct.
Kind of get you in there and staff it up.
Staff it up. There's going to be upward mobility within the jail. And there's going to be upward mobility once you get out into the courthouse or patrolling.
Okay.
So how do you feel about women? My son was a correctional officer for a period of time.
Okay.
My youngest son. And the women in the jail, he said he could not stand working with the women because, wait, I'm a woman, so I can say this. Men aren't allowed to say this. But women would instigate or be flirting with or have an issue with one of the inmates, and they would write a check that their butt could not cash. So my son, being on the CERT team, would have to come in, and he's like, I'm putting my life at risk because this woman is flirting with, has an issue with, or is talking crap to these guys. How do you feel? I think women should be over women and men should be over men. End of story, full stop.
I wish it could be that way, but when you have low numbers, you
Right.
have to.
Well,
you know,
at this point, yes, you're for
but
anybody.
at the same time, there's a standard there, and if they can't uphold the standard, then they won't be working for me long. If that makes sense.
Let me ask you, Joe, is the low numbers, is it due to financing? Is it due to pay? What are low numbers due to?
So pays are a small part of it. The industry alone, whether it's security, policing, the jail, are low across the whole United States. No one wants to be the police.
Defund the police. Wasn't that a slogan sometime?
Yeah. I mean, it's because I would think if you're wanting to be an officer, that I could be naive, and so I apologize for that. But the safest, perhaps even the easiest job would be in the detention center.
No way.
You don't think so?
No, it's very dangerous in detention center.
What?
You're in there and you don't have any weapons. You
Yeah,
have nothing. You're in there just man to man. Mono. I'm sorry. I don't mean to
Woman
talk
to
for you, but yeah,
woman to man.
I'd be scared my son would go to work.
Interview Laura now and just find out.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, what sort of dangers do officers in detention areas face?
Attacks from inmates.
Okay.
Is probably one of the biggest. Yeah, assaults from inmates.
And they don't have, again, naive, never been to jail, hope never to go, but they don't carry weapons, batons.
They carry pepper spray.
Pepper spray. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some guys brush their teeth with that, so that's not.
And meanwhile, the inmates are sitting there sharpening their toothpaste or toothbrushes.
Yeah.
And they're making weapons.
Do you see that level of violence in again?
I've heard of the violence in there. I don't know when his died. But I know people have been assaulted.
Yeah, really? Okay. Because I picture that. I mean, again, I'm basing this on movies, not on real life, but I picture that in like state penitentiaries, not in detention centers.
Sure. Well, detention centers is kind of the I would say purgatory.
Yeah. You're in the in between, no man's land.
Exactly. And especially if you have a lifer in there, they have no reason to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So,
okay, and that just blows my mind that you would have a lifer in a detention center.
They're coming back from the courthouse and they just got life.
Gotcha.
They have no reason to.
Yeah, or they made an appeal and so they're just being in holding. Okay.
Along with a penitentiary, you're in there with people that you don't necessarily know. If you're in Cumberland County Detention, that's my neighbor over there. That's my homie over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like him because he dated my ex. And there's a lot of disputes.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Like I said, I admit to be naive
I used to get
but
scared as heck when my son would go to work. I would please call me the moment that you're out of the jail or at prison. He worked at the prison.
It takes a certain mentality to be in there. Just like with my old job, I was a bomb dog.
Cool.
Every time I walked through the door, I didn't know if I was coming back.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, that's too much. Yeah.
Well,
high stress job.
A high stress wife. A hat is off to your wife. Yes. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How nerve wracking that would be. Because I know how I felt with my child because I'd already lost one, and for him to go to work. So I cannot imagine your wife every day thinking,
"Is he coming home?"
Yeah.
Right. That's scary.
Yeah.
But it's all volunteer. We do this on our own.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it feasible to bring change to the system? Again, both Laura and I have children who
are no longer with us.
And it because of things that they did. And my child spent a good deal of her last couple of years in detention centers, both in Cumberland and Hope County. What I saw was a very broken system, and I hope there can be change, but feasibly, is that even possible?
I think it is with the community, being able to work with the community with the nonviolent crimes and narcotics or the users, or it's a nonviolent crime.
Yeah.
Getting them the right resources, understanding what the resources are there for, and educating the officers to see that they need the resource.
Yeah.
And the young people that want to make change, that want to do better, but they're like, well, now I have a record. I've been in jail, and no one outside wants to give them a chance. What better way to say, hey, if you clean up and you take this program or whatever, you can help fight crime another way. Right. And better?
No, I agree.
So currently our district attorney, Billy West, has a program where they do expungements.
Right.
It works really good. It gives you that second chance, that clean slate. So if you do the right things after,
right,
you can get the clean slate.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a long road to get an expungement, though. It takes many years, and sometimes the kids become despondent before they can get that far.
Sure.
If you think about it, 10 years or 8 years for a young person, that's almost half their life.
Yeah, that's a lifetime.
So they can't see that far into the future.
8 years for me is just a blink of the eye, but what is that?
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Those of us old folk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to young kids,
Somebody who's 18 or 19, 20 years old, that's
Right.
like you said, it's a lifetime.
and they're like, all their friends are getting jobs or moving on, going to college, and they can't even get, a job at the local BP. So we have to find something better to work with our young folk, because our young folk we're losing more and more of them.
Yeah.
So after the detention center, what other areas need to have change?
So the legitimacy of the sheriff's department,
Yeah.
getting out there with the neighbors, Spring Lake, Godwin, all the different areas, that Stedman area, things like that. Even Grace Creek, where I live, I very rarely see a deputy.
Yeah.
And again, they're short staffed on the road also.
How many sheriffs on the road are we missing?
A lot.
A lot.
Does anybody have like official numbers on that? I mean, is there? I know it's probably a confidential. We don't really want people to know, but
What I saw when I Googled it was 177 for the entire administration.
Per
And
county?
That was the jail.
That's
the
how many
road.
were short?
Yeah, the jail, the road, the courthouse, and the road. Which, if you look at overall, there's over 750 people as part of the sheriff's department. I think
are they all
See, the
sworn,
only-
or is there
not all sworn
though?
It was not.
Okay.
See, the only place that I'd really want to work is the courthouse. I don't want to go in the jail. I don't want to work the roads. The roads scare me.
Oh, I'd work the jailhouse every day.
I
But that's the pastor in me. I just want yeah.
I'll stay away from the jail because I don't know how to do taxes.
I
for
want to do
anybody,
the courthouse.
So that's all I know about jails. Like that.
I'm good with the courthouse.
Yeah.
That's the only one. I'd do that in a minute because I love being in the courthouse. I love watching our judicial system. I think there is something
Yeah.
wrong with me. I am a dweeb.
That's why you're here.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, okay.
But you can count on me. So whatever.
So
Yeah,
you were saying 720 is the total administrational staff, and they're 100.
720 to 750, I believe. Is
Okay, and they're 170 short because that's
and
like
that's sworn and non-sworn positions. So there's a lot of.
What do the non-sworn officers do?
So you have non-sworn that may work your CSI type units, things like that, or just administrative in
Okay.
general.
yeah. I'd have to ask Peter the math on that, but that's like 20%, 20%.
About 20%, yeah.
Yeah,
And that's-
sure.
And that's a Google number.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
when
yeah,
I
yeah.
look when I Google.
Yeah.
Well, Google.
Sometimes, we talk about the Fayetteville Police or the Sheriff's Department. I think sometimes we don't want the bad guys to know exactly how many people. were-
Yeah, I don't.
That's
You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
there is some
Because
I
the
would
bad
think
guys
some
are listening to the Carolina Cabinet to
They
find out
might
how
be.
many
Hey,
officers
I
were
got
short.
friends in low places.
That's
darling.
true. That is
Okay?
true.
I remember Peter's got a guy.
Yeah.
So they always
That's-
come to me.
Mhm.
But all right, so we have the jail is a problem. We have
The road.
maybe a different path to expungement and some path forward for the guys that are in detention. And then staffing. I mean, look, we grew up in the 80s, F the police. That was a funny song.
Now it's real.
People are turning over police cars and burning them. So,
Yeah.
how do we, unless the magic wand in the United States just stroked a clean brush and said police should be revered again, what can you do?
Well, we live next to the largest military installation in the world.
Mm.
There's all kinds of resources there to be Cumberland County residents, become deputies.
Okay.
There's other ways of getting deputies from other places, other recruitment techniques. I just don't think the effort's been put in the way it should be.
Okay.
When I was in the military, I'm gonna go a little bit further back. Growing up, I used to watch a show called SWAT. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Oh, yeah.
The guys
yeah.
Mhm.
right out the back.
Sing that again.
Yeah.
Okay, just
We're not going to elect him because of his singing skill, but lucky him.
So when watching that show, growing up, I always wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
I think every boy, every little girl that maybe wanted to be in that industry, that was their picture of police. And they were respected, and they showed up, and they took care of business. Come full circle, and now I'm down in South America. I'm part of a 25-man SRT, or Special Reaction Team. And LA SWAT comes down to train with us. And then I got to train LA SWAT. So I'm training the elite. So what does that make me?
Mm.
The elite of the elite, right? So, and then I went full circle. I was like, okay, I understand why I'm here. And that's when I started looking, believe it or not, towards when I come home, what I wanted to do, and that was be the sheriff.
That's
I'm
good.
in the
I
room
like
with
it.
the elite of the elite.
Elite.
I feel special.
Who trains the elite?
You show up every Monday. There's some
That's
elite
right.
over here. All right. So
What makes you a good boss?
I listen.
Okay.
Yeah. And Jack Cambria taught me a lot of things. I went through his class years ago, but listening is the biggest thing. Listening and taking action on what they ask for.
So I'm curious, being your neighbor at Fayetteville Tech, I have the restaurant right across the street.
Yes, sir. We visited sometimes.
What's the few times? Yeah. What is the biggest issue? Like, what do you all run into as problems over there at Fayetteville Tech? What's
being the second or third largest? I don't have a problem out there. That's the good thing. I can tell you my crime stats for last year. I had 7 larcenies.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's 0.
That's
nothing. Someone leaving their laptop down or leaving whatever they had, whatever.
How many students? I mean, how big of a
yearly?
Facility is
Over 30,000.
Okay, so 30,000.
So,
now I have.
Are you fully staffed?
No. Again, where I'm at is the same. Yeah.
So are you down 20%? Just like
around 15-20%. Yeah.
Are you budgeted for those officers? You just can't
yes.
hire them?
Yes.
So nobody's tried to claw back your budget yet?
No.
Saying we're not going to fund an empty position?
They understand public safety. I can tell you that.
Okay,
They're very proactive with me.
Okay.
And is the overall understaffing? Is it again, man?
It's the industry.
Just.
Yeah, who wants to do it, man?
But I know a lot of guys want
I'm too
jobs.
old, or I would. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm too old. 57 years
You're
old.
never
Nobody's
too
going to hire.
Too old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tall
Yeah.
enough.
You got to go to the police academy though.
Do you really? Do
I
you have to
think,
go?
I think it would be like
holy smokes! I couldn't do a push-up to save my life.
I think her going through police academy now would be like Steve Gutenberg back in the day. It'd be a fun episode.
Yeah. I'm laughing already.
Oh, you are. So, all right. So you've got about 30,000 students filtering in and out of there. But one thing from COVID, I don't think we ever recovered was how many of those kids are actually on campus now?
Oh, the campuses are full now. If you look at the parking lots.
So
Mondays
you
and
think there's
Wednesdays?
30,000 bodies throughout the year there?
I think throughout the year, yes,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
I just feel like we've gone online for so many courses that there's some people that don't even need to show up to campus.
With some of our new programs that they have, the nursing program where they can't go online for that, it's the parking lots get packed.
Okay.
Yeah, in my experience, the students I have going, it's a hybrid where they go online twice a week and then 3 days a week they're in class, or vice versa.
Okay.
But they are there, with only some classes being done online.
Just it's one of those things. It's like the new normal, I guess.
Yeah.
We need to get them off campus to eat some Baldinos. But anyway,
Yeah, I need to get over there to Baldinos and have some Baldinos.
Well, you've been absent.
Yeah, but I'm coming back, baby.
You'll have a special order next
Yeah.
Monday. We'll make sure you're tied up. Jim, if you're watching,
Make a note.
Make a note. We got to make a
I'm just
note.
like making him do all these notes. Take a note. Take a note.
That's
Yeah.
another note.
Okay, so larceny is not a big deal over at Fayetteville Tech. You have 7 in a year or something.
You got fights.
And you want to bring that
What?
success to Cumberland County.
I make a big presence on campus.
Mhm.
I'm everywhere. And that's the same thing I'm going to do when I'm sheriff. You're going to see me everywhere. You're probably going to get sick of seeing me because I'm out so much. I make sure that if someone does have an incident, maybe a medical incident or something, I go by and check on them personally.
Okay.
I'll go out to our sports teams.
Yeah.
I make a big presence around campus. And I think that's what is missing also in the county is you never see anybody out there.
So if you become sheriff, will we look forward to the Joe Baylor hour like on TikTok where was it Sheriff Grady Judd from Florida gets on there and says this dumb this.
Yeah.
So this
We'll set you up right here, a little studio. It would be phenomenal.
It's a little theatrical, but I
Gets
like
the point across.
Yeah.
He definitely does.
He's like, you tried to do this in Florida?
Yeah. Well, if you Google Florida man
Oh, brother.
and your birthday, it's, there's something every day with Florida. But how would you be seen? I mean, because it's going to be a little tough for you to get to every misdemeanor crime scene or whatever. You understand what I mean? There's a lot that goes on in this county. We have 300,000 plus residents. Do you feel good about online, YouTube, and in front of the media?
That's going to be part of it. I don't mind the media.
Okay.
But I'm going to be out there physically. I think that makes a big difference.
Okay.
Being out there and engaging with everyone. And I treat everyone the same. I treat everyone as if they're the president of the United States, if that makes sense. You get that.
You don't want that.
Depends on the president.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It depends on, yeah.
I give them that.
Okay. Well, I think you just give respect.
Sure.
Just you put it out there to get it back.
That's right.
I definitely feel in the last 10 years that our sheriff's department has been kind of like, if something bad happens, I don't want to see your PIO.
Yeah.
I want to see you.
That's right.
And I'm not for the faint of heart, but I, as a resident, want to know that you know about it, you can speak about it, and I'm going to be okay, and I don't have to lock and load myself that night.
That's right.
Which I think you should always carry.
I was going to say, I'm already locked and loaded. I don't understand. What are you talking
to
about
do a
that
show of
night?
hands.
Everywhere I go.
Yeah. We're going to do, hey, who's carrying in this room?
Yeah.
So,
and my people know, dude. It's like, oh, there, yep, pastor's here. We're good.
Yep. We're just missing the.
They don't even ask me anymore. It's like, no, yeah, always.
Yeah. Well, George Carlin has a line. He says, I'm waiting for guns in church. I was like,
well,
think about, there's so many George Carlin lines that have come to fruition.
Hey.
He's been dead probably 15, 20 years. And if you watch some of his old stuff, it's like,
well, and what's crazy, like if you come to Clifton, some of the most demure looking individuals, it's not just the big, burly guy. No, it's that little old lady who you have no idea.
You got some scrappers in that church.
That's what I tell my mom. My mom carries her gun in her purse, and I'm like, get it out of your purse.
Yep.
Put it on your body. Somebody that comes by and runs and grabs your purse, or wear it on the outside, because I'm sorry, as a bad guy, and I see a lady walking and she's packing a big old weapon like you have, I'm not messing. I'm going to pick that lady that I think it's in her purse, and I'm going to grab her purse.
I don't know. See, I always remember there was some, well, I was getting ready to say something bad. There were some not very high functioning humans in Best Buy, and some guy that was open carrying was bending down looking at something, and these two other individuals snuck up behind him, grabbed his gun, and ran out.
Well, that's stupid for not having a holster.
Yeah,
well, that was holstered, but still. So that's why I like carrying concealed.
I carry concealed too.
I want to be a surprise.
Yeah.
I like
only always
sometimes. But
tell me this. So Cumberland County Sheriff's Department, you're talking about a huge organization, right? The organizational aspect being far more than just putting bad guys in jail. Are there changes you would hope to bring to that side of it? And again, no offense, are you up to the job? Because I don't know that I am. If somebody said, "Hey, I want you to go in and bring about,"
I wouldn't have signed my name on a piece of paper if I wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
I am going to ask for a lot of community outreach. I believe that the community, that's probably the foundation of getting a lot of things taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah,
everybody always wants to fix things with money. I understand people need to pay for what they do, but sometimes it's something simple as someone stepping up and just doing the job.
Yeah.
How far behind are we with deputy pay versus our neighbors in Robeson and Bladen surrounding?
So there was just another jump, is my understanding, and for the city to be above, I believe now.
So the city worked on what they call compression. Correct. You had new people being hired that were getting paid more than their sergeant.
And their sergeants were, correct.
So they had to adjust. Now everybody had to catch up. So has the sheriff's department done that?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay.
And I do have a plan and it's going to be part of the jailer system, working your way up. Also that education is going to play a part in how much you get paid.
Okay.
I'm not going to have a deputy out there who doesn't have at least a 2-year degree.
And what about like military members that they've been military, whatever? Do they get some kind of credit? Because I know that you come in and you've been, let's say, a military police officer, and you've done all of this stuff, and then you come in and you're at the bottom of the line, the back of the board, on running for that's not that it's not fair. I don't care. Not fair. This person, why would I come to work for you if you're going to put me at the back when I have all of this experience next to this guy who doesn't even know?
He just literally graduated police academy, and you've been.
It's going to be based on skill set.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Of course, everybody's going to have to go through the basic law enforcement training. Currently, right now, North Carolina doesn't accept all military police training where you can lateral in and just challenge. They won't let us challenge, which I wish they would. Make things a lot
So what
simpler.
do we have to do that?
So you go through BLET. That's sponsored through the sheriff's department, where they pay you while you're going to school.
Is it a change in the legislature, I think is what she's saying. Like to get more of those military MP credits to transfer.
Yes. Yes.
It's a legislature.
They've just increased it to close to 900 hours right now for BLET, which is about 5 months of training. Okay. It was 3.5 to 4 months. And I think it was 200 hours that they gave military, which is not a lot.
Right.
How much would... So they only get 200 hours against the 900 that's in BLET?
Correct. That's my understanding.
Shouldn't they be given like almost all of it?
I think they should be given the ability to challenge it. They can challenge
to say, here's my
test.
resume.
Right. So if I came from another state, Georgia, and I wanted to challenge the test,
okay,
the only thing I would have to do is go to statutes, meaning because I don't know North Carolina statutes versus Georgia, which is maybe 100 hours of class.
Okay.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me because
when I go around the world, I have to know all the laws of the country I'm in. Yeah, if I was ever stationed here, which I was never at Fort Bragg, I retired out of Fort Benning, but I had to know all the Georgia laws.
Okay.
So why couldn't I challenge
that? So you see a path to possibly advocate for? Or
I do.
I mean, we have a pretty good delegation for this area at the state Senate and state House. I mean, I think.
Well, I look at so the International Police Chiefs of America, International Police Chiefs, they have actually said that MPs are the same as everyone else, that they're true law enforcement.
I mean, that's so silly to me because I know several MPs, and again, no shade on local law enforcement, but you're talking about individuals who have operated
It's a different level.
internationally.
Correct. And that's one of the things I try to explain to people when I'm coming to the table. I've been
that's
everywhere from a $10,000 plate dinner with the President of the United States to the jungles in Panama next to a DEA agent. So
you just can't, deactivating bombs. I mean, like,
finding them.
Let
somebody else deactivate.
Well, yeah, but it's still being a part of that.
But I think
process.
somehow, though, to me, a military MP, an MP, maybe needs some more soft skills for dealing with a community, because as an MP, you're very command oriented.
Yeah,
like,
we are.
I'm in a foreign country, and
But the
my
police
rules
are
of engagement are way different.
police are paramilitary. It's the same with them.
It's not that they can't learn it.
Sure,
It's just.
sure.
Do I want the guy that just came from having a rules of engagement that says if it moves, shoot it, to some
Correct,
community?
yeah.
I don't think that the rules say if it moves, shoot
Yeah.
it.
We do have LNO. We do have law enforcement.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah,
have your
so,
own thing.
yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Bear with me. I'm a sandwich maker. But I just, and it's not that the MPs don't have the personality. It's just like policing a community of equals. We're all citizens,
Right.
Versus you're deployed overseas,
And everybody has to listen to
everybody's
you.
a combatant.
When we're deployed, say when I was in South America, or Central America and Panama, I worked law enforcement duties as well as the combat, if that made sense. So we can handle it.
Again, it's not out of your scope of
It
what you
is
can
not.
do.
It
It's
is
just, I would think we need some.
And I can understand what you're saying.
We need
Make
to
sure that we have a
demil-
little finesse
With
to the
exactly. So you don't want me
demilitarized.
to-
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
Maybe in today's day and age, we don't need that finesse. Maybe we need the.
Did you were on the show when I said, I can't remember which candidate I was speaking. I think it was Chief Brayton, actually, and I told him. I said, if I get elected, I'm gonna help pass a law that says you can turn your body camera off after 2 minutes being yelled at, and then you can turn it on when the ambulance shows up
2
to
minutes
pick up
late,
the person, the sovereign citizen or whatever wants to give you absolute lip. But he didn't agree.
That's
with that.
that's
He's
personal
a pretty
feelings.
stand-up
Yeah,
guy. He's like,
personal feelings there.
I'd rather keep the camera on. But all right, so you're going to be more visible.
Yes, sir.
Is your idea? You're going to staff the jail. You're going to work on the compression.
Yep, community
for the
programs.
deputies.
Yep.
Community programs. Now, are you starting from scratch, you think, with the community programs, or is that something you're going to
I think
augment?
there's some there. I just think there's needs to be a little bit more brought to the table.
All right. Do you have any? Are you a lone wolf, or do you have a network of people that can help and come in and?
I have a network of people.
Okay.
And they're all ready for me to be the sheriff. I can tell you, they're they're biting at the bit from all around the world.
Okay.
To come in, I'm not going to go in there to chop heads.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come in there, evaluate, see what I have, and solve that issue.
Because sometimes you go in there chopping heads and that's not the right thing.
That's
You
not
might be
right.
just a great sheriff, just not in the position that you're in. So let's talk with you and find out where you need
Where
to
you
be.
need to be. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I plan to do. I'm not trying to go in there and I don't have an agenda, if that makes sense. I don't hold an alliance to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only outlier here.
Well, not for nothing, too. You got 4 years. If you get in there, I mean, you got 4 years. You got to prioritize what you can really get done.
Yeah, get done in that
Right,
4 years.
That really 30, 60, 90 days. That's why we'd measure the president first 100 days, right?
Right.
So you've got a heck of a road to hoe ahead of you. So with that,
Did you just call him a hoe?
yeah,
I'm still-
I definitely did.
Lord.
Everybody that knows I'm the hoe in this room. So,
I know.
okay.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna. My presence is gonna have to be back made known on the
Yeah.
Carolina cabinet. The pastor is back, y'all.
Look,
He
you
is
left
back.
me to my own devices.
Yeah, no, that
and
was
this-
a bad decision.
I still have not dropped the F-bomb in over 130 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, see,
Oh, I was gonna say
see?
you haven't dropped it on air.
On air. Yeah, on air. I mean, I can't be responsible for what happens off air. Okay. What happens in Vegas type of thing.
Yeah.
So, well, Joe, Mr. Baylor, tell us, campaign-wise, did you submit your Facebook and all that stuff to us? I don't remember.
Did
You
not.
filled
I didn't
out
give you
all
the
the
link.
things. Okay, so
I want to contribute to your campaign. How do I do it?
So 2 ways. Facebook has the link to my website.
Which
My website is www.joebaylorforsheriff.com.
BAILER.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that number 4 or 4 FOR?
4 FOR.
All right, number 4. Joe
No,
Baylor.
not number 4. 4 4.
4 4.
FOR.
FOR. Oh, you're going to confuse them. Jim, make sure you put it up.
Yeah, we'll put it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jim, they're make a note.
They're just
Jim.
one of my education out the window. I can't even spell 4. It's getting too late for me.
So you have Facebook, you have a website.
That's
Okay,
it right
very
there.
good.
Okay.
Very good.
Well, good luck to you, sir,
Thank you.
and hopefully you'll come back and see us.
I will. When I'm
And,
sheriff, I'll come back and sit.
Come on now.
Hey, no matter what, I want you back. because
No, you're very
here's-
impressive. I'm
Thank you.
impressed, if I
Thank
may
you.
say
Thank
so.
you.
And I'm looking for the dog training.
Okay.
Having, again, I've harped on this, but having run for office, I think it's important, no matter what happens, that we still show up for our community.
Yes.
That's right.
In some shape or form, whether that may hurt or hinder some people, that's too bad. But if you're willing to put your name on a ballot, I appreciate that, and I hope to see you no matter what happens.
Yep.
All right. And with that, everybody, I think it's been a long enough night.
Oh my
Full
gosh.
of issues, and Laura's about to die. So
Pretty much.
please check out our website, YouTube, thecarolinacabinet.com.
We're everywhere.
We're
Find us.
everywhere.
Google
Everywhere,
it.
just
Come on.
Google us. And we do have about 30 or 40 new followers today.
Yep.
Hey, have I told you I'm sick?
Yeah, she's
All
ready to
right.
wrap it up.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here, and y'all have a good evening. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Thank you.